Presented by Sky Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
Pardon the interruption, but I'm Mike Wilbon. Police arrested a bank robber after finding him hiding in a porta potty.
I'm Tony Kornheiser. I wasn't hiding. I was doing my business.
Okay, I hope it was one, but not two. And
are you asking?
Yeah, I'm asking.
No, I'm not telling you.
Okay, good.
There are some things a person doesn't have to reveal.
If you're doing your two in a porta potty, you should be suspended for a week.
Really? Yeah. Where should I be doing it?
Hold it.
Yeah. Oh, hold it?
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You know what I'm saying?
That's great advice. Thank you. I have an older body than yours. Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, Ben Simmons gets hacked, Jimbo Fisher's on the fence, and Herm Edwards appears to have a new gig. But we begin today with Tiger Woods. He finished his first real round of golf in a year with a 3-under par 69. He hit tough physical shots out of the schmutz that might have hurt his back. They didn't seem to.
What back?
He made a bunch of comeback putts for par, including on 18, where Wilbon was sure he would miss.
Who, me?
He seemed to have enough length off the tee. Wilbon admitted, "You are jacked up by this."
I'm a little less excited than you are. I'm a little bit less. This was fun. I'm going to make an admission now. I shouldn't admit this. All these other comeback attempts, I've watched them eagerly, sometimes excitedly. Get your popcorn. And then none of them work. And so this time, you know what I said today? I picked up the remote. I was going to turn it on the Golf Channel to watch. I said, I'm not going to watch. I don't want to jinx Tiger. I'll hear about it when I get in to the PTI offices. When I came in and Tiger was 4 under,
yeah.
I was thrilled, and I happened to watch him bogey 15. But nonetheless, you're right about all those things. As we watched him go through the round in the post-game interview, I'm excited that he went through pain-free for one round. Can he do it longer than this, Tony?
He played well. He was 3 under par. He had 5 birdies. He played well. When was the last time you had 5 birdies not on a miniature golf course?
Never.
So he played well. Now, here's something we both know. He could go out tomorrow. He could grab his back. He could be done forever.
That's
and
what I'm
neither of us would say,
no, you got to try it.
Coming. But and it's not that I'm saying he's going to win majors. But if he could get to a weekend in a tournament and just contend, it would be so good for golf.
Big deal, Tony. It would be. There's one thing I didn't like. Only one thing of the whole day. Tiger wearing the gray and black. What is that?
It was slimming. He's carrying a little punch there, don't you think?
That's probably a good thing.
You know,
perhaps.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tiger in all black. Just stop with that. But it was just fun
Thursday.
To see him out there.
It's only Thursday.
I know he's got Sunday attire, and he's not getting. There's no cut to make or miss.
He's got a tire, actually, as we both pointed out.
But
you pointed it out.
There's more weight there than we're accustomed to seeing.
Redistributed. But don't you feel good?
Yes.
He played well.
There's 3 comebacks in the world that matter in sports in our lives. Ali, Jordan, and if Tiger can do this, Tiger.
It's even. No, he's been basically lost for 10 years.
Not 10.
For 10 years,
he was a player of the year in 2013.
Lost.
What are you talking about?
This would be big.
Compelling story out of Philly last night that fascinates me and infuriates you. The Wizards found themselves down 20 quick. And in order to get back, Scott Brooks had his team intentionally foul Ben Simmons over and over and over again. How many times? Simmons set a league record for foul shots in the 4th quarter. It worked to a degree. The Wizards got to within 3 before losing. Tony, why are you so angry? What'd you think of it?
I hated it. Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, was at that game. And if he were living and breathing, he would have hated it too. The bottom line on all sports is they are entertainment. This is not entertaining. This is a Wednesday game in the first month of the season, and some genius decides to send Ben Simmons to the line for 24 shots in an endless 4th quarter because he thinks he's Red Auerbach. Mike, no. It's within the rules, but it was awful.
Time out. You're going to take shots at Scott Brooks?
I just did.
Whose team won without its best player in Minneapolis the previous night. They're back-to-back. They get down early. This guy's trying to find a way to rally his team and to win and put them in position ultimately to challenge Cleveland and Boston. And you want him to think of it as entertainment? He's a coach. He's got a job.
I am never going to say that if a guy plays within the rules, he's wrong. And he played within the rules. No, I'm saying for entertainment purposes, that here's what I'm saying. Specifically, change the rule.
Okay.
So that when you start hacking people like this off the ball, in the backcourt, They get one shot, nobody's on the line, and they keep possession of the ball. If you retain possession of the ball, this thing ends. It ends.
I'll give you all that. Ben Simmons, by the way, this is not a situation like Wilt or Dwight Howard or Shaq.
He can get better.
He was shooting 49%, I think, earlier this week. He's up to 54% from the line. Ben Simmons has got to shoot 75% from the line as a guy with the ball. Because he's great at everything else. Didn't you get some pleasure out of watching Simmons and Embiid last night? Embiid had an enormous
Didn't they both go over 30?
They were great.
By the way, if they're healthy, within 1 year, not within 3, within 1 year, they're going to be a huge force in the league. But this isn't this. It may be the way you strategize to win.
Other teams do this now when they follow Scotty Brooks' lead, or you think it's a one-off?
No, I hope they change the rule immediately. Bad rule. Adam Silver, let's go. The Oklahoma City Thunder lost again last night, their 12th loss in their 20 games. They lost by 13 points to the 9-13 Orlando Magic after losing by 16 points to the 5-17 Dallas Mavericks. After acquiring Paul George and Carmelo Anthony, Oklahoma City is the most disappointing team in the NBA so far. The MVP, Russell Westbrook, is taking it on himself. Westbrook said, quote, "I take ownership of everything that's going on because I've been here. It starts with me, and we're going to turn this thing around," unquote. Wilbon, is it really on Russell Westbrook?
No, but that's what your best player and your MVP has to do. And I didn't like the grouping of these players. I didn't like the dynamic, the personalities, the sort of skill sets being all lumped together on one team when they made the deals. I didn't. Having said that, Russell Westbrook is trying everything he can. I'm watching a lot of these games with him. I'm fascinated by them as a group in terms of the dynamic. Russell Westbrook has reduced his shots. At one point, it was from 24 per game down to 17, and the others are both getting about 17 a game.
Yeah.
I mean, he has been unselfish. He's been a leader. He's tried lots of different things. I think that to talk about good coaches, I think Billy Donovan and Russell Westbrook will put their heads together and figure out what to do. But, Tony, it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle. Not on Westbrook only. I don't believe that.
My sense of this is that you can't put Paul George out there in a late-game must situation because you know his history. When he's out there and Westbrook isn't out there, the team is a disaster. Carmelo Anthony is shooting barely 42%, which is his best days are behind him.
Right.
So I will absolve Westbrook of much of this, but there's a but here, and it's a very large but. He is the MVP in the league.
He is. And
what he has shown you is that by himself, without much around him, he can take you to the first round of the playoffs. Now, everybody wants to do more than that. So can he be something more than a solo artist? Can he make other players better? So far, and it's too early.
It's early.
So far, they're not better.
They're going to get better. I think they're going to finish above 500 and be middle of the pack and all of that. But this dynamic is tough. It's going to take Billy Donovan's help. He ain't going to do it by himself.
Just you're only a quarter way through the season. You can't panic yet.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Let's go to college football, Tony, where Jimbo Fisher is on the clock. Florida State has told their very successful head coach and the successor to Bobby Bowden to make up his mind as to whether to go to Texas A&M or stay in Tallahassee. Jimbo would get a raise from $5.7 to $7 million a year, and he'd have to earn it in a tougher conference top to bottom. Tony, to leave or not to leave, that is the question.
Well, obviously, it's how much money does he want? To me, that's it, because you're going from a small town to a small town. I mean, there's no real chance. These are college towns. You're going from a place where you've won a national championship to a place where you can win a national championship, it seems to me.
In theory.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Texas
A&M hasn't won one in modern
and you're
times.
going from a place where you have now fallen behind Dabo Swinney in your league to a place where you're going to be behind Nick Saban in that particular league. Honestly, I think Florida State is a slightly better circumstance because, as you say, the league is easier.
The ACC is easier to win and easier to finish in the money year after year. Okay, $5.7 to $6 million. I don't know what the
$7 million.
There's no state tax in Florida. Is there in Texas? I don't
live in Texas.
But the point is, Tony, he's going to a much more difficult place. It's not just Alabama. I'm sorry, who's ranked in the top four right now? Auburn's in that league. Georgia's in that league. LSU's. I'm talking about the league in general.
Yeah.
You got many more bodies to climb over.
As long as you don't mention Tennessee, we're good.
I don't mention Tennessee. That's everybody's homecoming opponent right now.
Yeah.
I'd like to schedule Tennessee at this point. But I'm just
my ear, no state income tax in Texas.
Texas either. Okay, so it is a real raise. It's real dollars.
Yeah.
But you know what? If Florida State's not good enough for him, or maybe he's tired, or maybe they're tired of him, Park Company. All these schools now, Tony, they seem to be getting rid of people after 8 or 10 years anyway.
You're walking in, if you go to Texas A&M with all of those expectations, and they just fired a guy who was over 500 in the league. I don't know. I don't know. It is being reported that our colleague Herm Edwards is going to be offered the Arizona State football job. The athletic director there, Ray Anderson, is Edwards' former agent. Here's some of the things Mr. Anderson has said lately. Quote, "We should be top 3 in the Pac-12, in my opinion, every season," unquote. And, quote, "There's no reason we shouldn't be every year top 15 nationally," unquote. What about is Herm Edwards being set up for success at your school, Arizona State?
Now, I know and like Ray Anderson. And I understand his point. The facilities, the resources, everything is there for Arizona State to be consistently really good. But, Tony, here's one with Park Company with Ray. When you're in a conference with USC, UCLA, Washington, Stanford, and Oregon, that's just 5 of them. They're going to rotate through the top 3 as well, and you're not. If Arizona State can be in the top 3, I don't know, once every 4 or 5 years, that's going to be about as good as it's going to get. So I don't want to see Herm Edwards go into a situation where the expectations are just ridiculously high and unfair.
It's been a long time since Herm Edwards coached in college, if you consider 1989 a long time ago, and I think we do. The last time he coached in the pros at Kansas City in his last year, he was 2-14.
Okay.
He was 2-14. So as much as we like him, this is not necessarily a slam dunk. And when you have an AD making these absurd, boastful statements and putting your neck out on the line for that, I think you have to wonder. I think you have to say to the AD, hey, we're pals, shut up. Yeah. Well, because we can't have it. And by the way,
they're not doing that out there either. Look, Arizona State's fan base is not Nebraska or Tennessee or Florida or Alabama. They like a good team, but don't
Did you see the guy they fired?
Yeah.
Todd Graham was 6-3 in the conference. He beat Washington when Washington was number 5. Two of the teams he lost to were Stanford and USC.
Everybody thinks it's their birthright to win a national championship.
You firing that guy for? Let's take a break. Coming up, should Eli Manning get himself out of New York? We're going to ask Steve Young what he would do.
Herm, it's fun out there in the desert. Come on out now. We'll also ask him whether the Cowboys really have a Dak Prescott problem.
The only thing you want from Herm Edwards is somebody to play golf with. That's your whole life is based on that.
I think Herm would like it there.
The Interruption is presented by Sky Vodka. Make every day. Please drink responsibly. Part of Happy Hour. And in part by PlayStation 4. Greatness awaits.